I'm Saul Kirsch of Double Alpha Academy, and today I want to introduce to you our new Racemaster holster and show you the adjustability options and features of this holster. The holster is designed to be used with practically any type of pistol simply by changing the insert block, which I'll show you later on. But in this tutorial I want to discuss holster adjustments. One of the most important features in a competition holster is to be able to set it up just right, to get it in the position that gives you the smoothest, most natural and comfortable draw. And rather than changing your stance or your draw to match the holster, you'd like to be able to change the holster to match your draw. And so we've designed the Racemaster holster to accommodate that. The first adjustability feature in the hanger is the actual angle of the head. You can adjust the swivel of the support arm so that the holster is canted forwards or backwards as needed. And for most right-hand shooters, the forward position will probably be the most comfortable. So that's something you want to adjust and lock first, because it is difficult to get to this screw once the body of the holster is attached. The height of the holster can be adjusted by loosening the large screw on the adjustment arm and allowing the ball joint to ride up and down to the position best suited. We've machined it so there's a stopper at the bottom, so even if it's loose, it cannot fall all the way down. You cannot lose your gun in your holster by mistake. So you get it into the position you want, and close to the lower end would be a good starting point. The holster body itself sits on a pin which is designed to enable a range of adjustment to bring the holster closer and further away from your body. This is a range of about 1 inch, and you can bring the holster body all the way up against the joint or bring it out, and the furthest position is marked with a little indentation along that rod, and you don't want to exceed that point. So once you have that more or less where you want it, you can lock the M5 screw in the front. Make sure it's nice and tight, and that'll give you the distance to your body. All other adjustments are achieved by unlocking the belt, the ball joint. Now there are 2 set screws which actually dig into that aluminum ball to lock it completely firmly, and we experimented a lot with this and found that these set screws was the best option. And in this setting, once you loosen that ball joint, you can tilt the body of the holster in and out towards your body. Obviously, you can swivel the holster any which direction you may choose. And you can even tilt the holster within a range of about 25 degrees to cant the gun forward and backwards. And any one of these positions can then be locked solid by tightening those 2 lock balls, those 2 lock screws, which then need to be firmly tightened. And once done, the holster is absolutely completely rigid. The support arm is designed so that it doesn't bend and doesn't flex very easily. It's strong enough to withstand any number of draws, and this will give you a rigid, stable platform from which to draw. The belt hanger itself has been designed with a lot of thought as well. The small screws in the corner, and to assemble it to your belt, the easiest way is to totally remove all 4 of these little screws, assemble it to your belt, and then reassemble. And these screws will allow a range of motion of 3 or 4 millimeters that will compensate for various thicknesses of your shooting belt. So depending on how thick the belt is, you can tighten these little plates further down towards the body of the belt loop, and make sure that your holster is locked rigid and tight on your belt. So the Racemaster holster is one of the most versatile holsters as far as adjustability goes, and you should be able to position this holster exactly to meet your preferred position and angle for a smooth and comfortable draw. It would be a good practice to periodically check to make sure that all of the screws are nice and tight. If you're very sure of your position and you don't expect to be changing it too often, you could also lock these screws down with a little bit of Loctite. Any screw, especially under vibrating conditions like a holster has, may come loose over time, so you want to make sure that you keep those screws nice and tight.